10 wrestlers you had no idea voiced characters in animated movies and TV shows.
I mean, believe it or not, I'm more of a buddy!
Number 10. John Cena, Ferdinand. John Cena has taken on some fantastic roles in both television and movies, building his name up to be one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. His roles now tend to be major ones, but one that a lot of people might not be as familiar with is when he took on the lead role in the movie, Ferdinand. Cena got to flex his acting chops in this one, showcasing exactly what he was capable of with voice acting. Considering how emotive Cena is, it ended up being a great performance from him that brought a lot of joy and heart.
I mean, believe it or not, I fancy myself more of a buddy!
Number 9. The Rock Transformers Prime. People certainly know all about The Rock being in the hit Disney movie Moana, where he got the chance to showcase his rapping skills, which became incredibly popular. However, a lesser known role that he lent his voice to was for the television show Transformers Prime. He got to play the character Cliff Jumper, who just so happened to be an Autobot. It was only a small role and is something The Rock would unlikely be taken up today, but it's one that a lot of fans aren't aware of. Number 8. Hulk Hogan, China, Illinois. Considering the fact Hulk Hogan is one of the biggest names in wrestling history, it isn't a huge surprise that he has been allowed to do some voice acting over the years. However, his time working on the show Adult Swim's China, Illinois is often one that isn't spoken about. Hogan played the Dean of the University of China, Illinois throughout the show, which was a regular role for him. While his voice is an iconic one, it wasn't something that everybody was watching, which a lot of people missed out on.
Welcome to the gutty gates of hell.
Number 7. Kurt Angle, OK K.O, Let's Be Heroes. Kurt Angle is someone who has tried to dip his toes into the acting world many times over the years, and while he's had a lot of smaller roles, he has never quite kicked on. It's a surprise considering how entertaining he is, and that is why he was able to land a voice acting role for the show OK K.O, Let's Be Heroes. It's an animated television series aimed at children, which is why a lot of fans never knew about the role. However, Angle was able to bring his comedic tone, which fans are very familiar with here. Number 6. Bret Hart, The Simpsons. Bret Hart is someone that fans see as a focused professional wrestler rather than a person who wants to dip his toes into the acting world. However, when a show as big as The Simpsons comes calling, few people turn it down, and that was the case for the Hitman. Anyone who has seen the episode involving him would be aware that Hart was involved because he plays himself. However, because it's a much older episode of the show, it is a voice acting role that a lot of people don't know about.
Remind me of better times.
Why would I want a picture of a pitiful pencil-neck geek?
Number 5. Matt Hardy, The 99. Matt Hardy has had a lengthy career in professional wrestling, and throughout the time he has been able to achieve a lot both in and out of the ring. While he hasn't been focusing on too much on acting, he has taken up some roles over the years, which includes being part of The 99. It was an animated television show that wasn't something that massively took off, which is ultimately why a lot of people aren't aware of the fact that Hardy was involved in it.
Or the forces of darkness, led by the...
Number 4. Miro, Yellowbird. Miro recently had a lengthy absence from AEW television, and during that time he has able to explore some non-wrestling opportunities. One of those ended up being some voice acting work, as he ended up landing a role as the father on the HBO animated show Yellowbird. It's something that he admitted was close to his heart, which was likely a big driving factor in him deciding to take on the role. It isn't something that everyone is aware of, but it's a sign that working toward the acting world could be in his future. Number 3. Edge, Trailer Park Boys. Edge made some major strides into the world of acting following his original retirement due to how long he was out of the ring. He thrived in some live action roles, but he also lent his voice to the television show Trailer Park Boys, where he actually got to be the voice of a wrestler. While the character was animated to look similar to Edge, it wasn't WWE affiliated, so he didn't use that name. Instead, his character was named Sledge, clearly getting it as close to his WWE name as possible without going over the line. Number 2. Roddy Piper, Adventure Time. Roddy Piper was in some iconic movie roles throughout his lifetime which gained him a lot of attention. But later on in his life, he was still entertaining fans without most people knowing it. That's because he took up smaller roles, including a part in the hit television series Adventure Time. He got to play the character Don John the Flame Lord, which was an over-the-top character that Piper injected his personality into massively.
I fear you're not evil enough to rule the kingdom.
Excuse me?
Number 1. Mick Foley, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the most popular animated television shows of all time and featured Mick Foley. The hardcore legend might be best known for taking big bumps, but he got the chance to showcase his voice acting skills as well. Interestingly, his character was actually based on The Rock, having a lot of his mannerisms such as talking in first person. He was a professional wrestler, which is why it made sense to bring one in to voice it.
You may be big, but you ain't bad. The bold.
So today I explained with you in this video 10 wrestlers who had no idea voiced characters in animated movies and TV shows. So what do you think about this video? If you like the video, you should like it. And also subscribe to my channel. So it's a goodbye for today. May you all be blessed.